see.
That's right. All right, friendos, you know what time it is. Boggs is not okay. Boggs, when I say bets, I'm going to go our best bets, and you go of the day. Say it like that, okay?
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our best bet
of the day.
Bets of the day. That's right. It's our best bets of the day, which we are very happy to be bringing you guys. Look at that artwork. Look at that. That is a beautiful
thing.
From
a while ago with no hair there.
I know. Look at that. The Bet365 best bets of the day. It's Bogman and the Welsh, even getting the artwork together. Like I said, let's kick back on a hot streak. Let's get going. Bogman, let's hear yours, and then I will rattle through mine, and I'll give everybody the leading off parlay of the day.
All right. Well, if you guys saw opening day, you know, Kyle Freeland gave up a ton of runs in that third, 10 runs to be exact. I don't know if they were all in the third, but he gave up 10 runs to the Diamondbacks. We've watched Zach Gallen. I know Welsh has mentioned it here and on our show and in this league. Zach Gallen has been flirting with danger. Well, they're playing in Colorado tonight. The over is 10.5. It's minus 120. I am going over on that game. Jose Barrios, I'm going to take the over 6.5 strikeouts. Seattle has the highest K percentage in Major League Baseball so far this season. I think Barrios can get 6.5 easy. And then I'm pairing two, but if you want to take Ozuna over 1.5 total bases versus the Mets, it's minus 105. He is 16 for 59. That's a 352 average with 4 bombs versus Julio Teheran. You could pair it with Ketel Marte over 2.5. That is plus money at 110. A little harder to get, but he is hitting 378 with 3 bombs versus Freeland, excuse me. And that game is in Colorado. So, of course, not gonna leave without some D-backs bets here for me.
There you go. What did you see? What is the pairing if you pair Ozuna and Marte?
I couldn't get it.
Oh, okay. You didn't.
But yeah, I mean that is a good pairing. I think it is 2.5, so it's plus money for Marte because he's been on such a hot streak. But
yeah, no one's been hotter.
This is one of the few times I'm willing to take a 2.5 total base.
I like it. I can definitely get down with that. The Barrios one I was sitting on personally just because of Seattle. It's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet at all. All right, so where I'm going with mine today, that is actually my bet of the day, which is going to be on the socials. I'm going with a Nerfy. I know they're gimmicky and whatever, but I'm going to the Seattle-Toronto game. You just mentioned Jose Barrios. Well, Jose Barrios, Luis Castillo, both on the mound. Castillo looking to bounce back a little bit. Both of these teams are in the bottom 8 in the league in scoring in the first inning, and both have combined for 1 run over the last 3 games. So I think the offense is stunted a little bit. I like both of these pitchers. I like Castillo to bang back, and like you said, with Barrios, the strikeouts are up. This is minus 120 over on Bet365. So that's kind of my favorite bet of the day. My second one, I'm going over to the Angels in Tampa Bay. First 5 total runs, 4.5 under. And that's minus 125 over at Bet365. Middle of the pack in the league in first 5 scoring for both of these teams. They actually both average around 2 runs per game through the first 5. But the Angels are bottom 6 in the league in OPS against righties. So against Eflin. And then Tampa Bay is bottom 12 in the league in OPS against lefties. So there you go. That's for Tyler Anderson. So I'm going to go with less than 4.5 runs being scored at minus 125. I struggled with this last one. I almost didn't want to bet this, but it just kept calling me. Blake Snell strikeout, 6.5 under. And it's 135. There's a little bit of juice on it. He absolutely can go 9, 10. Oh, yeah, any of that. I absolutely can run with that. But I just don't think he's going to get there in the first start. When he doesn't get 90-plus innings, I just don't think we're going to get there. Oh, yeah, pitches. I'm sorry. When he gets to 90-plus pitches, if he's under that, I don't think he's going to get there. So that's where my big focus is I don't think they're going to let him go ballistic right out the gates. So I think the strikeout numbers are going to be low. Plus Washington, the lowest in baseball the last 3 games in strikeouts. So there you go. Did I say Eflin? Why is everybody Pepioing? Is it Pepio?
Somebody asked a question in the chat.
So. Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure it's Eflin. But that was my big thing was the strikeout numbers. Washington doesn't strike out a bunch. They also don't walk a whole bunch. And it's first start. So I'm going under 6.5 strikeouts. That, my friend, is my top 3. And then if we want to play our parlay, here's a parlay I put together, Boggs. It is a run line parlay. Yankees, minus 1.5 versus the Marlins. Cleveland -1.5 versus Chicago, and the Diamondbacks -1.5 versus Colorado. That pays plus 673 on Bet365 if you want to put that bad boy together. I love all the matchups. Cleveland is kind of a sneaky one. Arizona, that's the play. You know how that one goes. So that, my friends, are all of our bets of the day. Let's look at that artwork. There you go. Hey, it's Bogman and Welsh. Bogman and the Welsh. Hey,